Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League's Dungeon Bowl. We're in week number 3 tonight. And boy, we've got what I think is quite the lopsided battle tonight. It's going to be a fun one nonetheless. Tonight, we've got Odin, it's Nuffle, versus the Conduct Committee, Clypheus versus Berserker Tempest, Norse versus Gabos. Berserker Tempest, thank you very much for the sub. I think we're gonna see goblins for ammo. SP Beaver says, can we just replay the intro continuously? Boy, if I had all the time in the world. No, actually I wouldn't do that. The answer is no. We got I don't know if we have a lot to talk about. We got a number of things to talk about, but let's look at the standings first before we take a look at these two teams. SP Beaver with the sub, thank you very much. I think we're gonna see it. Thank you very much for the subscriptions, folks. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kindness. Thanks for being here today for a little bit of Sunday afternoon Blood Bowl. Let's take a look at these standings real quick before we take a look at the two teams up this afternoon. In first place over in Division A, we've got the Gutterballs, coached by El Nubarino. They're an Orc team. They're 2-1-0. They are followed by one of today's teams, Odin, it's Nuffle, coached by Clypheus. They're a Norse team. They're 2-0-0 in Conspicuous Disunion, tied with the Fishy Fiends in third place. Conspicuous Disunion chimes Necro team. The Fishy Fiends, Ajax's Chaos Renegades team, both 1-1-0. Over in Division B, in first place is Technobabble Inc. That's my team. It's a human team. It's 2-1-0. They are followed by the Arlington Nationals in second place. That's B-Dog's Undead team. They are 1-1-0, and they are followed very closely behind by, in my opinion, the GOAT, Electric Man's Skaven team, also 1-1-0. And over in Division C, Philosopher's Song remains at the head of the pack here. Spire's Lizard team undefeated with a record of 3-0-0 after week number 3, with Mammal Nightmare in second place. That's Festoon's Necro team. They're 2-0-0, and World of Cheese, coached by James Like Snacks, is a Pro Elf team. They are 1-0-1 in third place. Cease Electric Man, SP Beaver, Berserker Tempest, welcome all to the stream. Welcome all to the stream, SP Beaver says. Anyone else find it gross that human teams in the top spot? I don't. The home team this evening will be Odin, it's Nuffle. This is a Norse team, 14 on the roster, all starting this afternoon. That's going to bring their team value to 1,550,000 gold. That's a lot of gold. They have the big guy, the Yeti. They have 2 Wolf Warders. They have 2 Valkyries. They have a Berserker, they have 2 Beer Boars and a bunch of Linos, 1 Apothecary, 7 dedicated fans, and 3 rerolls. They're going to be up against the Goblins of the Conduct Committee this afternoon. 13 on the roster. Gentle Ben, poor Gentle Ben, out with an injury this week, will not be starting tonight. That's going to bring their TV to 955,000 gold. That's a whopping 595,000 gold in petty cash going to the Goblins tonight. They have 2 big guys in the trained trolls. They have a Loony, a Fanatic, a Hooligan, and a bunch of Goblin linemen as well. 1 Apothecary, 1 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. How are these two teams going to play tonight? Let's take a look at the home team first. Odin, it's Nuffle. This is a very bashy Norse team. Lots of block, lots of frenzy, lots of tackle. This is going to be a real problem for the Goblins this evening. This is a team that is going to be looking to murder goblins every single turn. Block, of course, makes the both down safe. Frenzy gives you extra dice on your block. Mighty Blow gives you a +1 to your armor or your injury roll. Tackle negates dodge. This is a team that is going to be a real problem for this Goblin team tonight. The only big weakness to watch out for on this roster is, of course, the low armor value. 8+ across the board, save for the Wolf Warders and the Yeti, and of course the Beer Boars at a 6+ and a strength of 1. So easy to take them off the pitch, but man, they really want to get in your face and punch. And typically that can be tricky for a Norse team, right? Because they do want to punch, they have a lot of frenzy, but frenzy is not a good control skill, right? You have to follow up, and you're in danger of giving up blocks to your opponent when you're an 8+. So that can be tricky for a Norse team. In this matchup against goblins, against weak, fragile goblins, I think they're going to lean heavily into that bash game. They're going to take marks. They're going to murder everyone. There's certain key players that they're going to target, and they're going to have an easy time doing that unless the Goblin team can have an impeccable formation and keep a couple of key players safe. We'll talk about that right now. The Conduct Committee with just 12 on the roster. That's not a lot. They're going to lose players, and they're going to lose them rather quickly. They do have the 2 trained trolls at a strength of 5. Typically, this would be your bashy strength. These 2 trained trolls, I think, are going to be their control pieces tonight. These trained trolls have to be put in a position to protect the more important players from this bloodthirsty Norse team tonight. Those important players are going to be, of course, the secret weapons, the Looney with the chainsaw and the Fanatic with the ball and chain. The chainsaw is a straight armor roll. It's a +3 on the armor roll, but it can kick back on you, right? And it's a +3 on you as well. Whether you take the chainsaw block or not, it's going to be a +1 whenever you get knocked out, so that's a problem. And the Fanatic moves in a pseudo-random fashion with that ball and chain. Has a mighty strength of 7, but if you can knock down a Fanatic, it's an instant KO. Now, these aren't the most important pieces. With 535,000 gold in petty cash in the inducement phase, I think we're going to see a Morgenthor. Morg comes out with a strength of 6, mighty blow +2, has the block seal, AV 11 plus, an absolute killer. He can also pick up, of course, Bomber Dribble Snot for 50k. This is a Bombardier. We'll be chucking bombs all day long. Now, of course, those 3 players that we just talked about, the Looney, the Ball and the Fanatic, and Bomber Dribble Snot are all secret weapons, or at least have secret weapons, which means they're going to be out for just on the pitch for just a single drive until the ref catches on and says, wait a minute, you can't have bombs on the field. That's not legal. But that's where the bribes are going to come in. These goblins are all about tricky stuff. They're all about fouling and secret weapons. And so they get bribes for 50k instead of 100k. So Morgenthor, Bomber, Dribblesnot, and 3 bribes can be afforded with this petty cash going to the Goblin team tonight. I think that's what we're going to see. We'll see what Berserker Tempest chooses to pick here in just a minute. But if that's the case, Morg's going to have a big target on his back. Bomber Dribblesnot's going to have a big target on its back. And the other 2 secret weapons are going to have targets on their back as well. Have to keep those players safe. I think even the Hooligan is going to be a key player for the Goblins tonight, because if you get that knockdown and by chance you don't get the removal, you can bring in that Hooligan who's the fouler and try and all but guarantee, we'll say, the removal on a foul. Those will be the most important pieces, I think, for this Goblin team. Everything else is secondary. Yes, the other goblins will be the ball carriers. Yes, you need to keep your ball carriers safe. But up against this matchup, man, it is... Oh! Oh, come on! Come on! All right, let's go. We've got the Halfling Master Chef for 300k, 2 kegs and 3 bribes, a coach and a cheerleader as well. So, looks like he's second guessing here. That Master Chef is very expensive for any team other than the Halflings, and I think Gnomes as well. Going with Bomber Dribblesnot and the Master Chef, so trying to burn through the rerolls here. The way the Master Chef works is he's going to be cooking up something delicious over on the sidelines at the beginning of every half. You're going to roll a 3d6. Every 4+ you roll, you gain a reroll, and your opponent loses a reroll. Thematically, your opponent's just so enraptured by the delicious smells of this Master Chef that they end up losing their rerolls in the distraction. So going with the Chef and Bomber, 2 bribes, 2 kegs. The kegs are going to make the KO rolls of 4+. I'm sorry, 1 keg now will make it a 3+ instead of a 4+. So it's going to be Bomber, Dribblesnot, and Fungus the Loon instead. Oh, man. All right, so going for another ball and chain here. We'll see if this works out for the Goblin team. Cobblestorm, welcome to the stream. Move, welcome to the stream as well. McMackey, welcome to the stream. Otis Nuffle wins the coin toss. They're absolutely going to be on offense to start here. Clear skies for the game. The Goblins on defense. McMackey says, I like Morgan Ripper myself if he had the cash. Electrics Man says, that's kind of a slap in the face to Morg. SP Beaver says, pure madness is about to happen. Spire says, I'll admit I didn't foresee a chef, neither did I. So we'll see after the kickoff how many rerolls get stolen by the conduct committee. McMackey says double ball and chain could be incredible if it pops off. Yes, indeed it could. So the way the ball and chain works. Out of the way. Let's start drawing. If this is my ball and chain, I choose an orthogonal direction to move. Forward, left, right, or back. And then when I choose that direction, I will actually move randomly into one of the 3 spaces in that direction. And you can do that up to 3 times on your turn. It will hit anyone in the space he ends up in, whether that's a friend, a foe, whether they're standing or whether they're prone. Strike 7 means almost guaranteed 3 die blocks each. That's right, Telestrator of Doom. Let's just get it out of the way. McMackey says every time I use Ball and Chain, though, it removes itself on a 1 in 27. Yep. Cobblestorm says, you know, slapping Morgan in the face is surprisingly safe. He just doesn't notice. Says, Telestrator before kickoff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel pretty safe using it now. Anchor defense for the Goblins. 5 on the line for the Norsemen. These Norse linemen are also drunkards. They really don't want to rush. On a rush, they fail on not just a 1, but a 1 or a 2. I mean, I feel like you're just allowing that to happen as a coach, having these beer bores on your roster. That's an 1,800%. That's right. That's an 1,800% failure rate. That's how math works. A 1 in 3 chance is 1,800%. Look it up in your math books. 6 on the line for the offense now. 2 wide in either wide zone. Iona, the number 2 Wolfwearner, over in the left wide zone. Certainly looking for that blitz with Mighty Blow and Tackle. Mighty Blow, Frenzy, Tackle, and Block. That is the surefire signature of a killer. Tackle's going to negate the dodge skill. The one thing these Goblins have going for them, other than their shenanigans. All right, here's the kickoff. Brilliant coaching. It's going to go to Odin. It's Nuffle. Odin and Snuffle picks up an extra reroll that they're going to give right back to the conduct committee. So the conduct committee, up to 5 rerolls. They stole 2, and the Odin and Snuffle down to 2 rerolls for the half. Turn 1 underway in this Sunday afternoon game with clear skies, no weather impacting the game. Ball kicked to the 14-yard line just inside the left wide zone. Here's the setup for the blitz. 3-die frenzy blitz with Tackle coming up. Gets the knockdown here. Might want the dodge push or the dodge tackle instead. Yeah, in order to follow up and get away from that troll. Well done. No armor break though. Yeah, the Norse going heavy into the Bashi game. They want to set up with lots and lots of marks. That's true. That's true. The Goblins also have a plucky attitude and a blatant disregard for sportsmanship. That is very true. Well, except for spirit of the game here. Spirit of the game knows the true meaning of Blood Bowl. 2-die block against Spirit of the Game. It's just going to be a push. Frenzy follow-up for Sheppy the Yeti. Now into a 1-die. Another push here by the Yeti. Spirit of the Game going to stay on his feet. Spire says Chainsaw on the sidelines. How will he kill a Valk that way? Yeah, he had 2 bribes as well. I really thought, in the pregame, we talked about how these secret weapons could be the game changer for the game changer for the Goblins. But not fielding the chainsaw player, didn't pick up Morgenthorpe, who's not a secret weapon, but I mean, he's an unsecret weapon. He's a very obvious weapon, right? Mighty Blow +2, block, strike the 6. He did pick up Bomber Dribble Snot. He'll have those. He'll have those bribes available for bombers. So when these secret weapons get called off the pitch, you of course can try to argue the call with the ref. You can also try to bribe the ref as well. Mick Mackey says Morg is scary against AV8. Yeah, Mighty Blow +2 is going to treat everybody, every AV8 piece, which is most of the Norse team, would have treated it as an AV of 6+. Basically turning everyone into a beer boar. Turn 1 now for the conduct committee. An in-your-face weapon, that's right. Under a minute to go here for the conduct committee. Again, they have a massive 5 rerolls, and in this going for the bombardier pass here, trying to pick up, trying to clip the Yeti and the Ulfwerner, Lindisfarne over on the wearing number 3 over on the right side. Ha 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 ha! That's a failed pass by Bomber Dribblesnot. Ends up clipping his own hooligan Clappy McWhistle and Bomber himself, but they're both going to stay on the pitch here. Turn 2 now for Odin. It's Nuffle. T-Die block against Respectful Rick. That's the first removal of the game. 2 SPP for Iona. 1-man player advantage now for Odin. It's Nuffle. We're going to see plenty more of that as this game goes on. It's just the nature of this matchup. Another removal here off camera. It's a KO over on the right side. 2-man player advantage now for the Norsemen. SB says, I missed it. What did the chef get? 2 rerolls. Well, so Odin and Snuffle got brilliant coaching, so they got an extra reroll. They were up to 4, and then the chef stole 2. Bad Dog, welcome to the stream. Bad Dog says, last time I induced Bomber, he KO'd 4 Black Orcs. Yep, Bomber's very, very good, especially for his asking price, his salary. 3-die blitz over on the right side. Umpire's friend gets knocked to the ground. Ball's in the hands of Frisia. This is the Adge 2 Valkyrie. The other Valkyrie is an MA8 Valkyrie. She's going to advance across the line of scrimmage to the opposing 6-yard line just off that left sideline. We might see Odin and Snuffle here. You can see they're advancing very, very far. They might be trying to just get into that end zone and burn some of these bribes. Sheppy the Yeti is going to fail his unchanneled Fury roll. If he's not blocking or blitzing, it's a 4+ to reposition. Otherwise, it's a 2+. Claw's not an effect in tonight's game unless it's against those trolls. Claw treats everybody's AV as an 8+. Everybody's already there except for the trolls who are at a 10+. So this is a good matchup here in big guys, this Yeti versus these trolls. I love it. I love it when the troll just launches them off the pitch. The troll says, hey guys, catch. Picks up his teammate, launches them at the ball carrier, launches them clean off the pitch, and the crowd gets in on the action. It's a 3-man player advantage for the Norsemen. Oh, Proud Star, welcome to the stream. That's right. That's right. Before you chuck a teammate, you've really got to see which direction the wind is blowing. Trying to go after Sheppy here. Gets a 1 die on... Wait, why is that... Oh, 2 assists. Wow, what a scary block. Got a 1 die on the big guy, but only got a push out of it. 42 seconds left in turn number 2. Conduct committee down to 4 rerolls for the half. Good couple of dodges and a rush to mark the ball carrier. 2 3+ dodges with a free reroll. Had to spend one of those on one of the dodges. And now another player comes in to mark Winchester. Took Nuffle for granted here. Tried a couple more dodges. This time failed the dodges with Bomber Dribble Snot. And he stays on the pitch. Turn 3 now for Odin. It's Nuffle. 2-die block against Polite Pete would be a pal. There's another armor break. Kicks him into the stratosphere. Gets a stun out of it. 3-die blitz against Noble Nabi. This will be a knockdown thanks to tackle. Oh, he had frenzy. He could have surfed him, but he didn't even need it. Another removal. 4-man player advantage now for the Norseman. Looking to get this ball all the way to the end zone. Now on the 20-yard line, just 3 spaces away from the end zone. Is he going to go for the early score? Is he going to stall this out? It could go either way. There's 3 removals right now, so this could be an opportunity to just try to get more casualties against the Goblin team. Otherwise, if you think you're going to score a lot, get that ball in the end zone. Go on defense, steal the ball away, maybe burn through a couple of those bribes on the Goblin team. Try to do it all over again. That's an instant KO on Fungus the Loon. Well done by Sheppy the Yeti. Again, if you knock down a fanatic, one of these Ball and Jane players, automatically removed from the pitch. 5-man player advantage now for the Norsemen. Just 6 remaining on the pitch for the Goblins. Yeah, this is what's bound to happen in this matchup. Difficult matchup for the Goblin team. Three assists on the foul. Another removal. Got Clappy McWhistle off the pitch. The Hooligan now removed. The Hooligan is the fouler on the roster. He is a dirty player, naturally. Dirty player is like Mighty Blow, but for fouling, you get a +1 to your armor or your injury roll. 5 left on the pitch for the Goblin team. 2-die blitz by Troll Play. Nice. Gets a knockdown here. No armor break. I checked the rules. It has to be illegal to foul the Hooligan. Good dodge for a stand-up throw, perhaps, over on the right side. Nacho Trusty Patches with the sub. That is a lot of KOs. Thank you very much, Nacho Trusty Patches. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Always good to have you here. Oh, no stand-up throw. Not gonna waste the lives of any more goblins. Turn 4 now for Odin and Nuffle. They could score right now if they want to. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz on Umpire's Friends of Pow. 8+ breaks armor, but got no armor break this time. Rolled snake eyes on that armor roll. The way blocks work in the game of Blood Bowl, you see these dice with the pictures on them. Those are block dice. You roll a block dice. You roll your block dice. You roll a certain amount of block dice based on the comparative strengths between you and your opponent. Your team can assist you. Your opponent's team can assist them. Yeah, just going in for the score. Well done. Odin and Nuffle takes the early lead here, 1-0. If that die roll results in a knockdown, then you roll to break armor. That's the AV value. You roll a 2d6. You're trying to meet or exceed the armor value of the player who got knocked down. So for these Norse linemen, for example, that's an 8+. That's not a lot. If you break armor, you roll now a 2d6 again for an injury roll, it's called. All right, here's the Fungus the Loon. All the secret weapons getting called off the pitch. Oh man, so one bribe was spent here. So what did we see? Bomber dribble snot coming back onto the pitch. Fungus the Loon tried to argue the call against calling Fungus the Loon off the pitch. The referee said no, thank you, and Fungus the Loon was sent off. And then Clappy McWhistle comes back onto the pitch, as does Honest Hugo. No, just Clappy McWhistle. Clappy McWhistle and Chivalrous Chuck come back onto the pitch. So one bribe left for the Goblin team, and they're not going to start with 11. They're going to start with 10 on the pitch here for the second drive of the game. The injury roll, you roll another 2d6 on 2 to 7. That is a stun, so the player will be out, will lose a turn, basically. An 8 or a 9 is a KO. That's where they get removed from the pitch, but they can return on a future drive. And then a 10 plus is a casualty. If they take the casualty, they will not be returning in the game. Then you roll one more time on the casualty table. That's a D16 roll, and that'll determine the type of casualty you take. That could be a temporary injury, a permanent injury. It could even be death on a 15 plus. 3 spread wide on the line for the defense. A wide anchor formation here. Let's call that a 3-3-5, I guess. 5 on the line here for the offense. Ball and chain, the center, an officious ref. Man. Man. I'm sorry. The ref really doesn't like these goblins. Good stuff here on the Yeti. The ref gets into a fight with Fair Play Frank and knocks him out. Oh no, Troll Play Nice. Oh no, Troll Play Nice losing, failing the really stupid roll, and now tackle zone's not being exerted on the right side. When your opponent is Snuffle, what do you expect? C says commentary will now be conducted via giggling only. Yeah. Bomber dribble. No, Bomber! Bomber, please! Turn 5! Oh, God. Oh, not the best turn at the start of the drive. Oh, got into a fight with the ref. The troll turned really stupid, and Bomber bombed himself. Turn 5 for Owen. It's Nuffle. Oh, Falcon Merc, welcome to the stream. Oh, man. Oh. But you know what? Spirit of the game. He knows why he's here. He's here for friendship, integrity, trust, and honor. Pacifism. That's why he's here. If laughter truly is the best medicine, Ava must be the healthiest human alive. Bad Dog says Bomber is a pocket passer who does not do well outside the pocket. Yeah, so Bomber now marked here on the left wide zone. Oh, and it's Nuffle trying very hard to keep Bomber out of this drive. I would be surprised if we don't see a foul, a beer bore foul on Bomber dribble stock coming up here. Frenzy follow-up on Chivalrous Truck. Frenzy's truck. Chuck. Frenzy says on your first block, if it's a push, you must follow up, and if your opponent's still standing, you must take a second block. This is great for knocking down players, not so great for putting your players where you want them to be, since they must follow up. Boo. Boo, sees boo. 5 seconds left on the clock for Odin and Snuffle. They have no rerolls remaining this half. Going for the foul instead against the Looney. Fair enough. Couldn't get the Looney off the pitch. 2 marks on the star player, Bomber. Dribble snot over in the left wide zone. Turn 5 now for the conduct committee. Come on. Troll play nice. Just doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't. He's so confused right now. He's like, he doesn't know where his teammates are. They're behind. They're outside of his field of vision. He's like, me play for Norse? Me no. Game too hard. Me play simple game, like chess. 16 seconds on the clock for the conduct committee. .50-50 pickup here by Sir Shakes Hand. Used the team reroll, couldn't pick up the ball. 1 reroll remaining for the Goblins. Turn 6 for Odin and Snuffle. So we'll see a block on Sir Shake's Hand. That'll clear the ball for Frizia to recover. Armor break on Bomber. Dribble snot is a removal. See you later, alligator. See you later, Goblinator. Bomber dribble snot off the pitch. And so he will be called off once again once a new drive begins. And that may be the final spend of the bribe, unless that's going to be used on Etiquette Ed, the number 3 Looney. So as we discussed in the pregame, I think if this shaked out with Morg, Bomber, the Looney, and the Fanatic, well, we basically have the same thing, right? Just remove Morg from the picture. Those secret weapons, I think, are really important to this roster. They're the only way to really get that player advantage against this Norse team that wants to smash your skull in. And that means that they have big targets on their heads. They had to have been protected, in my opinion, with these trolls anchoring the formation, and then everyone else protecting these secret weapons so they can go in for those blocks, for those blitzes each turn. C says Bama has been particularly useful this game, right? Yeah. So the blitz taken against Sir Shake's Hand for another 2-die coming up by Francia. And then Frizia on the 2+. We'll try, well, Frizia's going to pick the ball up right now. What a score on the rush. It is now 2-0. Odin and Nuffle. They increase their lead. Very well done by Frizia. But I think we're going to have to deduct a touchdown for not having any cheerleaders on the roster. Etiquette Ed called off the pitch. Will the... Oh, no! Oh, okay, good. All right, so Etiquette Ed stays on the pitch because Berserker Tempest successfully argued the call with the ref and said, look, man, look, come on. He gets to stay on the pitch, right? The ref said, sure. Tried to argue again. The ref said, no, spent a bribe. And that's going to keep, Bomber Dribble Snot on the pitch for one more drive. The problem is there's only 3 turns left. So this is very likely the last we'll see of Bomber Dribble Snot unless Berserker Tempest can successfully argue his case to the ref at the beginning of the second half. It's his infamous doppelganger bummer dribble snot. 6 players get to reposition 1 space. Bomber's going to move back a space, making that the range on Slavic Town of Rerik now is a short pass range instead of a quick pass range. Ball kicked in the end zone. That will be a touchback. And that's probably going to go in the hands of... well, I don't know. It could go in the hands of, say, Polite Pete. Wait, why is that... did it bounce back in play? Oh, it's not a touchback. All right. All right, it's going to stay in the end zone. Unfortunate for the Goblin team. Blitz by Etiquette Ed's going to get a stun. Really wanted something more out of this. And now a 2-die against Rathoon. The number 10 lineman over on the right side. Two-die over on the left side. This is going to be a push. $55 seconds left in turn 6 for the conduct committee. You can bet that Odinitz Nuffle is going to try to score one more time this half. Foul on the Yeti. That is gonna got nothing substantial out of that foul. Clappy McWhistle gets called off by the ref for fouling. And Berserker Tempest makes his case. Says, look, man, what is so wrong? Look at that. That is just music. I'm just trying to help these players. I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to hear music they like. I want them to know we're friends. And the ref said, you know what? You're right. You're right. That's not a foul. That's friendship. Two-die blitz against Bomber. Dribble snot. It's going to be a push with no rerolls remaining. Not so trusty Patches says, well, at least you don't usually play goblins if you want to win every game. That's true. I would say in general, you don't play a stunty team unless you want to challenge yourself, or unless you just really like their mechanic. Like goblins are just plain fun, right? They have lots of tricks. They have you can have a player on a pogo stick. You can have a player on a hang glider. Festoon, welcome to the stream. Festoon, is it Festoon or Festung? Have I just been mispronouncing your name forever? Thanks, SB Beaver. That's so helpful. Thank you very much. Just go with Fest. It's much easier. Yes, very true. So the Goblin team in trouble here. Bad Dog says the hang glider Gobbo, the what are they called? Doom Divers, is great in the new rule set. Oh, really? How so? Man, I gotta watch BB Nuts video. I'm gonna do that after this. So the conduct committee in a little trouble here. They're probably gonna have to end up spending their pass just to prevent the touchdown by the opposing team. Festoon? We'll go with Festoon until I'm corrected. 30 game streak. Thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for participating. Oh, you chainsawed a beer board. Come on, that's a foul. Oh, you got the pig off the roster. Oh, that's heartbreaking. There's still one in reserve, though. Don't worry, everybody. We still got beer. Let's go. That is how bacon was invented. Pork chopped. 50 seconds to go here. Another foul by the hooligan. Did he not learn his lesson the first time? He did not. He got a KO this time, and the ref's not going to call him off. He's going to hope that that KO sticks. That Yeti doesn't want that Yeti on the pitch with claws against these trolls. That's not going to be a fun time. 38 seconds to go here for the conduct committee. Still hanging on to one reroll in turn 7. So they spent their blitz, so there's still players in scoring position. We've got Frizzy on the left side, Francie on the right. Good pickup, but no pass declared. So the ball is going to be moved up to the 16-yard line. Is anybody going to come in and protect this ball carrier? Oh, the pass is going to be with Bomber Dribble Snot. All right. Interception attempt. You can intercept the bomb, and if you do, you get to toss it right back. Didn't get anything substantial out of this bomb toss, and now final turn here, top of the 8th for Odin. It's Nuffle. 3-die on Bomber Dribble Snot. This will be a dodge push. Frenzy follow-up into a 2-die. Got the pal looking for that 8+. What rerolls are for turn 1? SB Beer says a punt would be nice right about now. Yeah, I think a punt would have been a good option. 2-die block by Chivalrous Chuck, or against Chivalrous Chuck. Gets nothing out of that. Taking the blocks with no rerolls is scary, man. I get super nervous with things like this. Gets the knockdown here, but nothing out of that either. Hanging on to that blitz for the ball carrier. Here it comes. 2-die blitz with tackle. Oh, no. Oh, it's just a push. Can't recover the ball, and this will be 2-0 at the half here. Odin, it's Nuffle in the lead. They'll be on defense to start the second half of this game. Just going to mark the ball carrier and intimidate him. we see you there. Oh, we would have murdered you. We would have absolutely murdered you. Cracking their knuckles. I mean, I guess there's a throw teammate chance here. Hand off to a throw teammate, but boy, it's sixes all day long. Not even gonna attempt to throw teammate, it looks like. I mean, I guess he can still get to spirit of the game. But then, wait, is there nobody there? Yeah, can't even do it with spirit of the game. There's nobody. I guess the hooligan. I guess. Oh no, boy! Chainsaw kicked back on the loony. Spent the final reroll. Got a permanent removal against the Ulfwerner unless the Oppo is spent. Each team has an apothecary on, well, can have an apothecary on roster. There you go. Performs surgery and fixes his knee up just like new right on the sideline. I am sure there's no danger of infection there whatsoever. So the only chance to score now is the handoff. Could he even gotten there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he could have gotten there. Tried it, didn't work out. 2-0 is the score here at the half. Odin and Snuffle in the lead. They'll be on defense. They'll have 11 on the roster. The conduct committee will not. Etiquette Ed Getting called off the pitch by the referee. Bomber Dribble Snot called off the pitch as well. So no secret weapons remain for the Goblin team. They're going to end up with 8 starting. Man, the apothecary takes away what Nuffle has given. So he says, fixed his knee up on a dislocated shoulder. Is that what it was? Deep kick, cheering fans. We've got a prayer to Nuffle. It's a fouling frenzy. Normally you can't gain SPP on fouling. Now you can. Praise Nuffle. Turn 9 now for the conduct committee. No action here by the conduct committee with 1 minute 10 seconds left in turn number 9. They ended up stealing, is that 3? Yeah, they ended up stealing all 3 rerolls from Odin and Snuffle. So they're up to 6 rerolls thanks to the chef, and Odin and Snuffle will have no rerolls for the remainder of the game, but they are up on the scoreboard 2-0, so I don't think they mind all that much. Oh, all right. So failed the really stupid roll. Spent one of those 6 re-rolls. Ah! Oh, no! I mean, we knew that was going to happen with the Telestrator of Doom right from the get-go. Right from the get-go. Caloose! Goodbye, sir. You had a good run. You had a great career. You could have been someone special. I just blinked, and now we're down to 3 rerolls. Oh, 3 rerolls left for the conduct committee. 2-9 block. Another reroll spent to keep Honest Hugo on his feet. And conduct committee down to 2 rerolls for the game. So now a 1-man player advantage, right? No, it's got to be equal on the pitch, right? So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's got to be 8v8. Nope, it's 8v9. 1-man player advantage for Odin and Snuffle. They take a 2-die against Umpire's Friend. Umpire's Friend moved up to take the mark, was afraid of that that tackle lineman moving somewhere and potentially making a blitz that Tempest didn't want him to make. And now, here come the Valkyries. A 3-die against Chivalrous Chuck over in the right wide zone. There's the armor break. There's the removal. 2-man player advantage now for Odin and Snuffle. Just 7 left on the pitch for the Goblins. Technically, they were Odin's rerolls anyway. Yeah, the Valkyries are going to be applying this pressure all game long, so long as that ball carrier is by his lonesome. Trip Tango, welcome to the stream. Trip Tango says, spending those rerolls is like spending what could have been Morg, though. Yep. Yes, indeed. Turn 10 for the conduct committee as the Norse team completely segregates the ball carrier from their teammates. SP Beaver says, I mean, I might argue removing all the other players' team rerolls is worth giving up Morg. I can see the argument for sure. But the problem is, in my opinion, so I think Morg is the pick, right? For a couple of reasons. One, Morg Mighty Blow +2 against AV8. So everybody's a beer board at that point. So you will be murdering players every turn, basically. That's number one. Number two, the Halfling Master Chef is unbelievably expensive. So expensive that Morg is just 80k more. And on top of that, the Halfling Master Chef is not guaranteed to work out maximally, right? Like, the Halfling Master Chef, you might get nothing. So... But it got 5 team rerolls. It did. It did. Thank Nuffle. Sure, Morg's not guaranteed to work out either. Have faith in Nuffle, and Nuffle may provide. Master Trusty Patches says Morg is definitely better than Fungus. 10 seconds on the clock for the conduct committee. They're down to 7. I think they've, man, without any protection on the ball, I think they got to punt the ball. They're not going to punt the ball. They're going to rush. They didn't declare a handoff, though. Oh, man. Rushes fail 900% of the time. Sir shakes hand, tries to rush to some teammates, trips over his own feet, and injures himself. Turn 10 for Odin and Snuffle. You know what? He sacrificed himself for the good of the squad. He tripped over his own feet, but right before he got injured, he throws the ball in the air and hands it off to honest Hugo. 2-9 block over the left wide zone here to start turn 10 for Odin and Snuffle. They get a knockdown but no armor break. Yeah, just like they drew it up. That's right. That's right. The perfect play. They practiced that all week. All right, listen. Listen, if you're under heavy pressure, run as fast as you can. Then you need to trip over your own feet. What you want to do is you want to get the top of your foot right into the the heel of your next foot. Just really dig it in there so that you tear that ligament apart. And then as you tumble over head over feet, just let the ball go into the air and it'll go forward to your teammate. Good handoff to Frizia, or to Francia. Francia to score again. It is a 3-0 ball game. Very well done by Odin and Snuffle. The Valkyries putting in work in this matchup. 1 KO is going to come back. We're up to 7 on the roster for the Goblins. Conduct committee to set up their offense. They have 7 on the roster. And now, so we talked about how oh, come on. Onside kick by the defense. They're going to get honest Hugo under the ball over the right sideline. Turn 11 for conduct committee now. So we talked about, so if the ball carrier was back here, we talked about how the lack of a pocket, right, was disadvantageous for this Goblin team. And they need to protect that ball carrier so that those fast Valkyries don't start applying early pressure. But now down so many players, it can be difficult to pull players off the line to protect the ball. And now you have to make decisions, very important decisions, about who's following the ball and who's trying to control the pitch and push these Norsemen away or remove them from the game. Conduct committee with 1 reroll remaining for the game. They have the ball on their own 2-yard line, just off the right sideline here. Three-man player advantage for the Norsemen right now. It's 10v7 on the pitch. 3-die block against the... Oh, a dragon punch! A Street Fighter dragon punch against various sites in Northwest England. Which is a sentence I never thought I'd say. Gets a stun out of this. Cobblestone says this is nothing 3-4 magical. Throw teammates can't fix here. It looks like he's going to try it. I don't think he has any other option here. Hands off into the hands of Clappy McWhistle. It's going to be a toss by Spirit of the Game, who has held the Spirit of Blood Bowl in his heart all day long. Oh no. Don't eat the goblin! Oh, so the troll is really hungry when he tries to throw a teammate. He may, on Snake Eyes, he'll eat his teammate. The hooligan is going to be removed from the picture as the apothecary fails to do his job. It's between a broken neck and a smashed knee. What is happening to the ball? Oh, that's a wizard spell. What I call shenanigans. The ball just wisps into the pitch. Turn 11 for Odin and Nuffle. You roll a d6. Oh, come on. Oh, the Norsemanity. Another dead. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm not that sorry. It turns out the earlier you draw on the screen, the more players who die. Oh. A pass by Odin and Nuffle. They are trying to score as quickly as possible. Great pass by Frisia to Francia, and off Francia goes, looking for touchdown number 4. Francia is not a blodger, just has the dodge skill, does not have the block skill. Lots of gobos marked. Troll play nice. Gets a push on Bordeaux. No rerolls left for the conduct committee. Honest Hugo has the dodge skill, but that's negated by tackle. Chivalrous Chivalrous Chuck in the same position. Oh, giving up the touchdown to blitz Frisia and only gets a push out of this. Failed dodges a turnover. Turn 12 for Odin and Nuffle. I think they walk the ball in with no rerolls and bring this to a 4-0 ball. Oh, so scary. They get a pal here against Chivalrous Chuck. Breaks art. Man, 2 more SPP. Oh. You don't see a lot of trucks with chivalry. That's true. Going for another block here against Honest Hugo. 3-die block coming up. Just gets a push out of this. And now another frenzy follow-up here. Gets the knockdown, but no armor break. And there's the score. 4-0 the score. Otis Nuffle increases their lead. Trip Tango says this could conceivably end up 6-0. Electric Man says, is that a record? The most any team has scored in league history is 5 touchdowns. We had one in this competition. I think the last time we had this was season 3. So the record is 5. Again, very tough matchup for this this Goblin team going into this. I really, not to beat a dead horse, but I really think the star player setup was critical. So now there's an interesting decision here for Odin and Snuffle. If the conduct committee has less than 3, that is the only time you're allowed to legally concede. So Odin and Snuffle might give up taking blocks here to try to rack up the touchdowns, because the touchdowns are 3 SPP. Good catch by the conduct committee over on the left side. They have just 4 left on the pitch. 3-die block by Troll Play Nice. Gets a pal. Looking for a 7+ with Mighty Blow. Come on, Nuffle. Just gets a stun out of it. One quarter to go. There's the handoff. Spirit of the Game's going to try this again. Worth a shot. Didn't work out. Already tough even with the rerolls. Umpire's friend's going to stay on the pitch. Turn 13 for Odin and Snuffle. I think it's probably going to be a handoff to Frizia. Might be a handoff to Francia, but then I think it's a rush, right? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'd be a rush. Instead, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why wouldn't it be a rush either way? I'm an idiot. He is going for the knockdowns here, so he may lose the opportunity to continue to score touchdowns. If he gets another removal out of it, or if he gets 2 more removals out of this, the Goblin team will be able to concede due to the mercy rule. If you can't set, you must put 3 on the line of scrimmage at the start of a drive. If you can't, you are allowed to concede. It's the only time you're allowed to concede. So I think it's going to be a rush hit. Oh, failed the pickup. Doesn't have sure hands on these Valkyries. Turn 14 for conduct committee. Running out of time here. I think that failure means at best this is going to end up 5-0. That's not literally true, but with just 3 turns remaining, I don't see them getting a 6th out of this. Goblin artillery, let's go. Let's go. Lands on his feet. Good toss by Spirit of the Game. Good ball pickup. Let's go. What a touchdown. The conduct committee gets on the board. Very well done by Berserker Tempest. Tossed the Goblin downfield, landed on his feet, snaked that ball, and a couple of rushes later, that's a touchdown. Very well done. The problem now is now I think Odin and Nuffle might be able to pick up 6. We'll see. We'll see. Very well done by Berserker Tempest. Down so many players, just 4 left on the pitch, but you know, you've got that throw teammate tool. Use the tool, was able to get that Goblin on the ball. And dodged away to score a touchdown. Very well done to pick up SPP. SB Beaver rooting for the Goblin defense. Look, they picked up a player. They're up to 5 players on the pitch now. They're regenerating. Let's go. 6-man player advantage for Odin and Snuffle. I have to imagine they're putting a Valkyrie on the line, right? Yeah, there it is. Everybody on the line. 10 on the line, save for Frisia. There's no kicker for the Goblins. Up to 5 players now, that's right. Here's the kick. Ooh. Oh no. Kicked right to the ball carrier. We'll see where this ball bounces, but let's say it goes into their hands. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to a handoff to 8, which would be 4, 8, 2 rushes could get all the way to the 22. So bounces 1 space away, so that's a rush to get it into the hands of Francia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 2 rush. No, that's 1 rush. All right, 1 rush to get in the hands of Francia. That's right, Telestrator of Doom. But for whom? Good armor break on the line for KO here. These blocks, man, they're scary. With no rerolls remaining, if you want to get those touchdowns, every block's a risk. But the converse is, if the odds are in your favor, why not pick up some SPP? .42 seconds ago and turn 14 for Odin and Snuffle. Good pickup to a 2+ handoff, to a 3+ handoff. Good handoff, and now Francia is going to move down pitch to the 18-yard line. There'll be a block to free up a couple of players to follow along as well. She might not go to the 18. Well, we'll see. Doesn't need to go all the way to the 18. Might pull back a little bit so these linemen can follow. You definitely don't want to rush with the linemen because they're drunkards. Odin and Snuffle on the bonus clock now, down to 6:55. Moves to the 12-yard line. There's the clearing. Breaks armor on the troll. And that's going to be 2 players free to follow up. And that'll be the turn. Well, no, that won't be the turn. He's got a block on the troll, spirit of the game. Yep, got the knockdown here. 8+ with claw. Didn't break armor. Green Danger Noodle with the raid. Thank you very much. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to the end of our game here on this Sunday afternoon. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. Turn 5 now for the conduct committee. They've got 1 chance. 1 chance to stop this score. So what the play has to be, you come in here, you stop here, and let's see if I could draw. I don't know what prayer hands looks like. I'll draw 1 hand, 3, 4, 5, and another hand. Oh, those are perfect hands. Prayer hands. You pray to Nuffle, and then you move in on the blitz. That's right. I may have just jinxed this with the Telestrator of Doom. Green Danger Noodle says, "Dear Lord, that score." Yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough for the Goblins. Spire praying to Nuffle. Someone needs to. Here's the armor break. against the Yeti. Got the KO. Hey, that's no SPP, but you know what? It helps the spirit of what few players are left on the pitch. Festoon says, I just noted there's 5 matches this Tuesday. They're not all streamed. I'll tell you that. Let's see, how many are streamed this Tuesday? There's 1, 2, there's 3. Tuesday's going to be a triple header. No blitz. Oh, it was the blitz with the troll. So takes the mark with umpire's friend. I don't think this is going to stop the score, but we'll see what happens. Failed dodge into a stun. So long as it's not a casualty, I think Tempest is fine with it. Turn 15 for Odin and Snuffle. They're going to clear the ball carrier. They're going to make this a 5-1 ball game. That is fine. Gets the knockdown here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. 5-1. Odin and Snuffle increases their lead. Odin and Snuffle with 2 turns? Was that turn 15? That was turn 15. They've got 1 turn to score. They could conceivably do it. It's going to depend on this kickoff and if there's a timeout or not. Spider says back-to-back 5 touchdown games for the Norse. Oh, was it Odin and Snuffle that got the last 5-0? Bad Dog says Arlington Nationals are pleased to announce that after his failed half-lane interception, Abracadabra has been given new armor. You gotta have a good armorer on your roster. You just have to. Odin and Snuffle back up to 11. 11 v4 on the pitch. He says, damn it, I walked away for 2 minutes and now it's 5-1. Spire says, yeah, against Wood Elves. Yeah, I mean, it's a very similar situation, right? You're up against a team that has 88. You have lots of block, lots of frenzy. You've got tackle on this roster. You focus down on the war dancers, you get them off the pitch, and then you just start slaying linemen. Gotta put 3 on the line. Gotta have 3 on the line. Noble Navi back to receive. Odin and Snuffle looking for a timeout or perhaps a blitz here. It's a high kick. That's not gonna do it. So we'll see if the conduct committee can get on the board one more time here on turn 16. One minute, 35 seconds left on the clock for the conduct committee. I think you go for it, right? You just go for it. Time to throw another combo off the pitch. That's right. That's right. What? Oh! No blocks taken first. I think that's fair, right? There's lots of these, lots of Norse on the line. It was risky block taking. You have no re-rolls left. But still, that's a 6. I had to get a 6 on the handoff here. Didn't get it. And now Spirit of the Game goes really stupid. He's... Oh! Hey! Vomit on Sheppy. Knocks or stuns Sheppy. I'd be stunned too. I'd be like, my man. What? Go to the bathroom. What are you doing? Carry a bag or something. All right. After that stunning display of acrobatics, tries to dodge away, knocks himself out. Final turn of the game. Here we go. Three-die blitz. Gets a pal here. Looking for a 7+ with Mighty Blow. Got it. 2 more SPP. Count it. Oh. Oh, this is a lot of fun. Oh man. Now try to focus on these trolls. 2-die on troll play. Nice. Gets the knockdown here for the 10+, but doesn't get it. Two-die on Spirit of the Game right now. There's another pal. 10+ breaks armor. Doesn't get it. And I think it's going to be the game unless we see a GG foul. See, says foul the troll. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assists against the troll right now. That's a 5+ armor break. Going for the pass SPP here. Good catch. Another point of SPP on Frizzia that brings her up to 34. She already has a characteristic upgrade. She's Edge 2+. It's now going to be a 4+ to break the armor of the troll. Let's go. Here it is. Let's go. Got nothing out of it. That'll be the ball game. 5-1 is the final here. Boy, tough matchup for these goblins. I still, you know, I think it's important enough to say I still think Morg would be the right pick here against this matchup. But still, congratulations to Fifus and to Tempest for playing this one out. Tempest keeping their head on them enough to find that opportunity to score a touchdown, and they were able to finish this one. Not being a shutout, they picked up a touchdown. That's 3 extra SPP. So, Odin, it's Nuffle at the end of week 3. They are going to be in first place. They are undefeated with a record of 3-0-0. 5 TD games. Look at that TD differential here in week 3. They're already at an 11+. Oh, man. Whoo, boy. All right. That's going to be it for today. Let's take a look at the schedule before we leave. All right, coming up next, we have one game tomorrow, Monday, November 10th at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'm sorry, Eastern Standard Time. That's UTC -5. That's going to be, in my opinion, the GOAT versus Carnage Incorporated, Electrics Man versus McMackey. I don't remember what these teams are. I have to look them up. Skaven versus Goblins. That'll be a fun one. I'm excited for that one. And then on Tuesday, we've got a triple header starting at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, that's UTC -5. We've got the Gunner Gits versus the Believe Broncos, Cobblestorm versus BB Nut, Goblins versus Nurgle. That'll be a very exciting matchup. That'll be followed by at 6:00. The Goodest Boys Strike Back versus the Arlington Nationals. Old Gamer Mike versus B-Dog 013. That will be Necro versus Undead. And that's a regen off. And then at 7:00 for our third and final game on Tuesday, we have the World of Cheese versus the Kenagami Chiefs. James Likes Snacks versus Zaya71. That's Pro Elves versus Black Orcs. And then this Thursday, to close out the week on November 13th at 10:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got the Discomancers versus the Gastonberg Cavaliers, Ian versus Eagle TSI. We've got Necro versus OWA. One more game left to be scheduled this week. And when that game gets scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky X and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. In fact, there's a link to our Discord channel. You can come hang out in our Discord channel as well. All the schedules and standings are up there in their own dedicated channels. And if you want to play with us in our next competition in Season 6, just send me a message on maybe Unit 2 and say, hey, I want to sign up for our the next competition. When registration opens, I'll already have you on the reminder list, and I'll send you a message on how to sign up. It's super easy to do. You basically just set up a team and you tell me what it is, and we'll get you in for the new season. Man, but you got to play Blood Bowl. This game is so much fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store. The new version of the tabletop game coming out imminently. That's Blood Bowl, the recently rebranded Warhammer Blood Bowl 3rd Season Edition. I can't wait for it. But until tomorrow night at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.